In the Jack Talk, I'm your host, Savannah Fields, and today we'll be talking about the outdoor program offered here at SFA, Habitat for Humanity, and the Pine Log. You won't want to miss any of it, all coming up right here on Jack Talk. Today we're here with Stephen Whitman talking about the outdoor program here at SFA. Hello, Mr. Whitman, how are you?
Doing well. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Now, I know you just got the job here at SFA in the Outdoor Pursuits program. How's that been going for you?
It's been going really well. It's kind of a change moving from a very large university in Florida to here at SFA. We're kind of a smaller campus, and so it's cool kind of seeing the different things that come about on a smaller campus, but it's also nice in that smaller environment as well, because everything's not as crazy as it is in a large campus. So.
Now, I know you worked in the outdoor program at UFC and UCF. How is it different from, how is that different from the SFA's program?
Yeah, so I went to school at University of Central Florida, and there I would say the program is very similar to the one here. We have a bunch of different program areas that offer different opportunities for students to experience the outdoors. And then when I was at the University of Florida, we were kind of half of what we do here. We had a rock wall, a challenge course, and then a very large lake facility for students to use. They'd come out and rent kayaks and stuff for free, and just have a good time. And then also on the flip side, use our rock wall, use our challenge course, and kind of get in the outdoors in a different way.
Okay, and what about the one at University of Florida? Is that one different?
That was the one I just talked about. Was the one at University of Florida. The one at University of Central Florida, which was my undergrad, is very similar. We had a rock wall, a challenge course, a smaller lakefront property, a trip program, and a rental center that started my senior year. So it was kind of a project we undertook my senior year. It was kind of a cool addition to an already thriving program there.
That's cool. Yeah. Now, I heard that when you did your undergrad, you majored in criminal justice. How did you go from criminal justice to being in the outdoors?
Yeah, so that was a kind of a random jump, but I started off as an undergrad working in the campus recreation department at the University of Central Florida as a challenge course facilitator, and that's kind of where I started, and worked on special events, worked for their climbing wall a little bit, did a lot with their rental center, and kind of got some experience doing that, and that led to a graduate assistant position at the University of Florida, where I got my master's degree, and then also at the same time worked for their recreation department as well. So that was kind of more of an experience thing, and then the undergrad degree was more of that's kind of what I like to do in college, and I wanted to learn more about it, and just ended up that's not really what I was doing. So.
So, can you tell me, what is the day in the life like of an outdoor coordinator? What do you do?
Well, it's a lot of planning and a lot of organizing. We have, like I said, we have a lot of different programs that come through our Outdoor Pursuits office, and so I'm ultimately the one responsible for each one. We have a climbing wall where students can go into the recreation center. When you walk in the front door, you see it right there. And they can climb, they can learn to climb, they can be taught how to belay. If they advance far enough, they can take a lead class where they learn how to lead climb, which is just a different form of climbing, different belay technique. And then from there, they could go over to our experiential learning center where they can they can work with the group on team bonding, team building, communication skills, leadership skills, that kind of stuff. And then working with our trip program. We take trips all over Texas and all over this region of the country, doing lots of different things. So kind of balancing all that stuff is kind of what my day is like, planning trips, scheduling staff, working with staff, developing staff members and their skills, and much, much more.
So what is the hardest part? Like, what's the hardest part and what's the easiest part of the job?
I'd say the easiest part for me is definitely the staff. I love working with the people that I work with. They do amazing things. It doesn't take, I might be their supervisor and their quote boss, but I don't really feel like that. I feel like I'm more of a mentor to them, and sometimes they help me out and they teach me new things too, and I really enjoy that interaction. So I'd say that's the easiest part for me. The hardest part, I think, is just staying organized. There's so much going on here at SFA within Campus Rec, within our Outdoor Pursuits department. So I'd say organization is key, and that's kind of that's probably my biggest struggle for sure.
Is that different from the being at the University of Central Florida? Like, is there more to do? Even though it's a smaller campus, is there more to do than at a bigger campus?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird when you think about it overall. We offer the same programming and same opportunities for students. It's just on different scales. When both the universities I worked at in Florida were 50,000 students plus. I think UCF was up to 56 at one point. So lots of people all vying for the same resources and the same activities. And here I think it's a little bit more low key and more laid back sometimes, and it's not as stressful, I think. So, but I still think it's great that we still offer the same experience, the same opportunities for students as a institution much bigger and funded a lot more. So.
Okay, that's cool. And online I saw that you guys go on trips. What type of trips do you guys go on?
We do a variety of trips. Most of them take place in Texas somewhere. I think this semester we're taking one trip up into Arkansas. We're taking a climbing trip, but we do a backpacking trips. We do climbing trips. We've done mountain biking. And then also recently, the past 3 years, we've been offering a Leave No Trace certification course, which is a nonprofit organization out of Colorado who kind of established an ethic of working and living in the outdoors. And so a lot of our forestry students here on campus actually can use that certification to get themselves a job after they graduate. So we've offered that certification every semester so far that I've been here. So that's kind of a new opportunity for us too. And then in regards with that, we also use those ethics in our other trips. So just because you go on one of our trips and you're not on the Leave No Trace trip, you're still going to learn about Leave No Trace, because that's how we try to live and be sustainable in our outdoor environment that we support.
Okay, that's cool. And really quick, can you tell the viewers how can they get in contact with you?
Yeah, if you go to the Campus Recreation website, you can see everything that our program offers. And then if you go to the staff contact page, you can scroll down and you'll find me, my phone number and email address.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you. So you heard that, guys. Well, it's great having you on the show, and I appreciate you stopping by. Coming up next, we're not done with talking about the outdoors just yet. You're not going to want to miss it. All right here on Jack Talk. Stay tuned.